And on Q2, making a difference in this season of giving.
It's a lot of security. It helps out a great deal.
With the help of the community, One Billings nonprofit is feeding more than 1,500 families this Thanksgiving. Plus, coming together in Crow Country.
You know, there's never a wrong time to do right for your life and your health.
One program is helping Indigenous people improve their mental and physical health. And it's a true winter wonderland as Red Lodge Mountain prepares to open for the season. We'll have details. The MTN 430 News starts right now. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us on this Wednesday. I'm Russ Riesinger. There are more families than ever this year looking for a little bit of hope this holiday season. With grocery prices higher than ever, putting a Thanksgiving meal on the table is more challenging, with 1 in 9 Montanans struggling with food insecurity. But one local nonprofit, with the help from Q2's very own Turkey Tuesday event, is helping answer the call. Our Charlie Kleps explains how those efforts are helping more than 1,500 families.
It's a little bit calmer here in the family service parking lot than it has been the past few days, as they've been handing out meals to hundreds of families in need.
Things are getting a little tougher and it's sounding scarier.
In a time when groceries are becoming more and more expensive,
Merchants are already putting prices up. That's where it gets scary. I'm on a fixed retirement income.
Montanans are spending $150 more per month at the store than last year. It's left residents like Nancy scratching and clawing for options, especially during the holidays.
I had some frozen chicken in the refrigerator, in the freezer, and that was it, and some green beans.
Maybe not the typical Thanksgiving, but those were her plans until she learned about family service, signing up Wednesday and receiving her own free meal.
It is, it's even hard to talk about. I am so grateful. It will be helping me out actually for several weeks.
Family Services Executive Director Ryan Kramer says the organization is smashing their record of 1,200 meals last year, closing in on 1,500 total, already handing out all of the turkeys received from Turkey Tuesday.
It's an incredible feeling to be able to walk away from knowing that those are the amount of families that you've helped to have something over the holidays.
Our clients need the help that we're providing to them.
Nancy Story, one of thousands that Family Service Client Intake Manager Twilita Griggs knows all too well, but says there's something special about helping during the holidays.
It's the best time of the year for me, Thanksgiving and Christmas, because I get to see all our clients in 1 to 2 days. It makes my heart swell with happiness.
Food in the fridge, food in the freezer, the cupboard. It's a lot of security. It helps out a great deal.
Providing comfort around the holidays, and if nothing else,
just relief. At least for now, a lot of relief.
In Billings, Charlie Kleps, MTN News.
It's a sad reality on Montana's reservations as the people living in those areas often struggle to find reliable health care. But one program all across Crow Country is helping to solve that crisis. Our Matt Carmack takes us inside the program and shows us the difference it is making on the mental and physical health of Indigenous people.
Members of the Ba, Nila, or Give Advice program meet once a week to discuss all things health, including physical, spiritual, and emotional. Inside of the First Crow Baptist Church in Lodgegrass, Crow people come together once a week in the name of health, with healthy food, music, and group seminar.
It's helping me to change my bad habits to good habits, changing my unhealthy snacks to healthy snacks.
Mary Half joined the Ba Nila program to make healthy life changes.
I've been cutting in and eating more salads, less pop.
As a mother of 6, she says she has a hard time managing her health, motherhood, and struggle with foot spurs.
Because my boy be like, you gotta eat healthy, Mom, so you be strong. And, you know, he's kind of like my inspiration.
Yeah, that's what I love about this program. It's everything. It's not just, the health portion. It's the spiritual. It's connecting back to our culture.
The program is facilitated by Dorothy Gaines. She says she's on her own health journey after being diagnosed pre-diabetic.
I'm in a healing process myself, and I see a lot of people in pain back home
The free program runs 7 weeks at a time, and participants can re-enroll as often as they'd like. Bah Nila has been around since the 1990s as part of the Messengers for Health nonprofit organization. It was originally for Crow people struggling with chronic illnesses, but now it's grown into more of a group therapy.
Coming together in a setting, and that's what this structure provides. It brings our people together.
And coming together in a group setting with others in similar circumstances has helped Mary in multiple ways.
You know, there's never a wrong time to do right for your life and your health. You know, you just gotta take that step.
In Lodgegrass, Matt Carmack, MTN News.
Excitement is growing as the opening of Red Lodge Mountain is now less than 48 hours away. Thanks to nearly 2 feet of white powder, skiers and snowboarders will hit the slopes Friday with some of the best snow conditions for opening day in recent years. This weekend, 3 lifts will run from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., including the $3.7 million Stash Express, the Triple Chair, and the Magic Carpet Conveyor Lift. 6 beginner runs will also be open, including Turnpike, Show-Off Alley, and Miami Beach. The ski area has Montana's second largest snowmaking system, allowing it to always be one of the first mountains to open in the entire state.
Certainly one of the busiest weekends for travel, so let's take a quick look at what we're expecting. Temperatures really kind of bottom out for tomorrow. A lot of readings are going to be in the 20s for Thanksgiving Day. Scattered snow showers will start to develop, especially going to be watching bands of snow into the eastern plains tomorrow again on Friday. We'll talk about the impacts here in a couple of minutes, and we'll also be looking at least some periods of wind off and on as we head into the weekend as well. Help with your travel plans and beyond coming up in just a few minutes.
A temporary ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah appears to be holding. It took effect early this morning and follows more than a year of cross-border fighting between Israel and Lebanon. Natalie Brand is at the White House, where the Biden administration helped broker that deal.
Cars streamed back into bombarded neighborhoods throughout Lebanon Wednesday. This resident said going back home is the nicest feeling. Fighting along Lebanon's border with northern Israel displaced more than 1 million people. This Israeli resident said, "This is what we've been waiting for. Now we can get back to work." The U.S. brokered ceasefire deal between Israel and the Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah took effect early Wednesday. Under the agreement, over the next 60 days, the Lebanese army and state security forces will take control, and Israel will gradually withdraw its remaining forces from Lebanon.
Of course, we're going to have to monitor it and implement it day by day, and the United States and France, along with our other allies, are committed to help doing that. And of course, at the end of the day, as the deal states, Israel retains the right to self-defense if Hezbollah or any other terrorist group violates the deal.
The U.S. is also making another push to get a larger ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas to end fighting in Gaza and get the remaining Israeli hostages released.
It's believed around 100 hostages are still being held in Gaza. At least a third of them are believed to be dead. Families pray the deal in Lebanon will lead to more.
For sure, there is a way that we can bridge the gap, and we've just heard today that Hamas is willing to have a ceasefire deal, and therefore the same mediators should put their foot down, set the goal to have a ceasefire deal with all the hostages being brought back home.
As negotiations continue, the Biden administration says it's keeping the incoming Trump team informed. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
The creativity of the Treasure State's youth is on display, so much so you may soon be able to see it on Montana's roadways. MTN's Anissa Coomer reports on how one Great Falls student is running a statewide license plate design contest.
The Cascade County Deputy Sheriff Association held a competition for students at all the county schools to design a license plate that represents Montana. The winner's design will be available as a license plate all over the state. Students of all ages at county schools were encouraged to design a new Montana state license plate. The only guidelines were to design something they thought represents Montana.
We saw all sorts of unique designs, a lot of different things about Montana, ranging from wildfire to fishing, to the animals, to the mountains. So we saw a lot of good designs that were submitted.
After receiving around 80 submissions from students throughout the county, the Cascade County Deputy Sheriff Association narrowed the competition down to one winning design from Cascade School senior Nordica Gutsa.
I kind of wanted to do kind of what I thought about whenever I thought about Montana, and that was kind of like nature, obviously. And I included the McDonald Lake, kind of, in a way, and used the mountains that are at Glacier, because Glacier is a big part of Montana. And then I included the grizzly bear, because that's our state bear, and a cutthroat trout in the background, because that's our state fish. And then the morning cloak butterfly in 3 different phases, because that's our state butterfly.
Once the state approves Nordica's design, the license plate will be available throughout Montana. The proceeds from these license plate sales will go back to the Cascade County community.
Proceeds from people buying her license plate design goes into our charity account, and that helps us fund all sorts of different events, Shop with the Sheriff, Fill the Bus event.
I can't believe it. It's crazy to think that it will be on people's cars, and it will be like throughout the state, somewhere in Montana on someone's car.
The design will be available sometime in 2025. In Cascade, Anissa Coomer, MTN News.
Still to come on the MTN 430 News here on Q2, digging into the record books. One MSUB volleyball player is making school history while starring for the Yellow Jackets. We'll meet our athlete of the week in just a bit. But first, how's the weather looking for all of those Thanksgiving celebrations? Ed will have the answer right after the break.